Assalamu alaikum. Suleiman Rahim here, Messenger of the Covenant, breaker of the seven seals. Let's bring in our audio session here. This is the Black Alert segment of the fire zone. No bullshit zone. Stop the bullshit here. Brothers and sisters, I'm going to use an analogy that's very appropriate and is accurate actually. The earth changes axis every 25, its axis, complete turn on its axis approximately every 24 to 25,000 years. That breaks down to about 6,000 year periods. See? So it's like 4 seasons. A spring season, a summer season, a fall season, and a winter season. And it actually works that way. But the universe expands and contracts. And the cave calls it the Big Bang. Right? So they say, well, everything was the size of an atom, exploded for some unknown reason, and so forth. So if you can believe everything was the size of an atom, you shouldn't have any problem with the Quranic version that the earth and the heavens were one. So it didn't span from an atom, but it span from the size of the earth and its atmosphere. So in other words, all the energy out there at once was the atmosphere of the earth. And then we expanded, as the Quran says. We expanded it. So now all the energy is out there, right? All the energy that used to be here is out there. See? So if you buy into the evolution guy idea, which is totally wrong, they tell you it's a theory, meaning that they don't know if it's true or not. They're just going by the evidence. The evidence suggests it's true, but they don't know it's true or not. That's why I call it a theory. It's not true, because the biblical script, the scriptural, tells you no. It says we've always been here. Read the story about Melchizedek in Hebrews 7. It says it's always been here. Everything came from us. The animals, the plants, everything came from us. So if you understand those two things, right, that means when the universe, when all was one, the heavens and the earth was one, that means we had a tremendous amount of energy. I mean, it's unbelievable. All that energy out there used to be here. But as the universe expands to full contraction, now we have an energy deficit. See, that's called energy deprivation. And during that period, we have low energy, and so therefore we'd be, have trouble, have issues. We'd have enough energy to maintain civilization, enough energy to maintain ourselves, you see. And so along come a scientist called Dr. Yakub says, well, dirty water is better than no water. A bad civilization is better than no civilization. So he took and produced something from us, a stripped down version of us that came from us, that we call Yakub's grafted devils, right? Because they're a stripped down version. They're basically, if we Lamborghinis, right? They're like a Volkswagen Beetle, right? Don't require as much energy. See, we require a great deal of energy, and so we didn't have enough to maintain ourselves. There wasn't enough to maintain ourselves, to maintain a Lamborghini. It wasn't enough to maintain civilization. See, but the Volkswagen Beetle, it was enough for him to do that, right? Because he didn't require that much energy. You understand the science behind it? So he would take and run it, and during that season, because this would be a winter season for us. Remember I said there's 4 seasons on the earth as it completes its turn on the axis. It takes 24 to approximately 25 years, 24 to 25 years to complete that. And so it goes through 4 seasons, right? So at this period of time, right, it was the winter season, the worst winter season ever The worst winter season ever. We'll never have another winter season like this again. The worst winter season ever. See? But Dr. Yakub, he made his devil, but they're a personification of the winter. See, I keep bringing this concept to you. We make things personification of things. So in other words, they were the personification of winter. See? So in other words, like I explained it, if you have a winter, right, and you make someone the personification of winter, that means the weather itself would be like summer. But you have winter people. It's like some be like blizzards, some be like hail, some be like snow, some be like ice. That'd be the nature of those people. And so when you come in contact with those people, you get a blizzard person, you get a blizzard. You come in contact with ice, you won't get iced. See, if you come in contact with a hail, you'll get hailed. You understand? See, because they're the personification of the winter. Instead of the weather is the winter, they're the personification of it. And that's where we do things, so you can see it. You understand? So he made a winter people called Yakub's graphic devils. They're winter people. And they would have power in the winter because ice and snow and hail and sleet, they have power in the winter. See? They have power in the winter. They're empowered in the winter. The colder the winter, right, the more power they have. See? So we're in this winter. So we're in a 6,000-year winter period, and they personification of the winter. You see. So therefore, you out here trying you in your little spring little hut, whatever, and blue. Here comes a blizzard person come in your hut, and that he tears your hut. Destroys your hut. That's what they did. They destroyed everything they went. They brought the winter with them because they were the winter. See, so you sitting over here peaceful. Boom! Here comes a blizzard. Here comes a bunch of blizzards. See, here comes a bunch of hails. See, a bunch of icicles, and just obliterate whatever you have. Because that's what they did. They brought winter everywhere they went. You see, because everywhere they went, they saw, right? Everybody was, right, enjoying themselves. And they came in, and they was the winter people. See, and they would have be power, and you couldn't do anything with them during the winter because they was empowered by the winter. The ice and snow and all that kind of stuff is empowered by the winter. But when spring comes, they have no power. You see them dissolve it. They have no power when the spring comes. When it's sleet, snow, hail, blizzards, they have no power when the spring comes. None whatsoever. See? But then we have the personification of the spring. The scriptures tell you we are the personification of the spring. We are the 144,000, the nation that's going to be born today, the new nation that's rising up. They're the personification of the spring. And so they will crush everything because because in the spring crushes the winter. When the springtime comes, just crushes the winter. Winter just crushes it. It just disappears. Hope you understand that away, brothers and sisters. And then they have power. See, and their power lasts all the way through the summer. See, so we'll still have summer, but we'll never have another winter like we had before. See, because we can personify all of the seasons. Because actually, the devils are an extension of us. There's the worst aspect of us. See, so the worst aspect of us came out. They're the winter, but they'll never that part in us we'll never see again. We'll never see that again because now we're moving into the universe is contracting and energy is coming back, and so it's going to get better, and the seasons get better and better and better and being empowered. But they were the worst aspect of us because that was the worst winter we ever had. And now the winter's over. The winter is officially over until 2020, right? When the 1619 to 2019, that was the term of our enslavement, 400 years. And then a plague will come that will kill the firstborn, that's the elderly, that's them, and pass over us. Because that means spring is here. See? So now they're failing. all over the place. They're melting. See? And that's why they're having all these troubles, because they're melting. There's nothing they can do about it. See? They're trying to gather and regroup, but they can't. See? Because it's spring. There's nothing they can do, brothers and sisters. Only thing they can do, right, is like, say for instance, it's spring, and it's the first few days of spring, right? And you got all this, you got a lot of ice, you had a real bad wind, you got a lot of ice around. It's melting, right? But it's a lot of it around, right? See, and you got a pool of ice and everything, right? And then you got these fools, right, that, say for instance, you have a lake, it's frozen, but it's starting to melt, right? So you're going to walk across that lake, bam, and next thing you know, you're going to fall in and get drowned or get frozen because you kept messing with it. And a lot of our people are going to be taken down, right? When it's spring, all you got to do is sit back and lay, but they're going to go out and help fight these wars that they have, these devil's wars that they're creating to try to maintain their power. That's why I say people are lost for lack of knowledge, because you need to stay away from that. We're telling you, come to this message and be delivered. Get away from them. Say, come out of here, my people. See? Because wintertime is over. Wintertime is over. They don't have any power anymore. But you want to go out there and you want to help fight their wars. You want to listen to Farrakhan. We're going to defend this country and all this kind of stuff. All this stupid stuff. You want to do that, brothers and sisters, and keep doing that. And you want to go down with them. There's no need for you to go down with them. It says, come out of here, my people. Farrakhan said that means just listen to him. Stop sinning. Remember, you better read Exodus again. That's what Aaron said. When he got busted, other people, they're so sinful. That's what he be doing. He blaming you. You're not sinful people. It's his demons, his demon brothers and sisters that's sinful because they're master's children. But he blamed you. And when he got busted, oh man, you know how sinful they are. They're sinful people. That's not Master Muhammad taught, and that's not Elijah Muhammad taught either. And that's not what the angel teaches either. Because in our submission, all our sins was redounds to the people that we submitted to. If we told to submit to them, we submit to them, then how are we going to be blamed, judged for doing what we was told to do? We're not sinful people. Those people you see in Chicago killing them, those demons, they're their children. They're not us. Keep listening to Farrakhan. See? You got a lot of Negro butts out there. Most of us are Negro butts. We're trying to deprogram you. Elijah Muhammad programmed a lot of you. Hundreds of thousands. Farrakhan came and reprogrammed you again. They are gone. Their time is over. They have no more power. They think they have power. Just like, you got, first days of spring, you see a lot of, if it's a real bad wind, you see a lot of ice and stuff. You see mountains of ice and everything. They look impressive. But in a few days, they're going to be gone because they cannot withstand the spring. They look impressive, but they have no power. It's over. Their power is over, brothers and sisters. Come out of her. America's power is gone. You see, they couldn't. What happened a few months back in Afghanistan? Those were sheep herders, and they kicked America's ass, kicked them out of there. They have no power anymore. That was a major sign to you. And now they're fighting amongst each other. And this thing with Russia, that is not it. That is not the war of Armageddon. It's about to happen. That's not it. It's going to break out in the Middle East, and it's going to span into Europe. That's the way it's going to be. It's not this. See? But they're nervous and everything about this. But what's coming is worse for them. See? Because it's nothing. Famine is on the way. They already tell you famine's on the way. You better go check the news and everything. They say famine, in the Midwest? They say it's drought and everything. You been in stores lately? You all see signs everywhere? Every day, America has had one good news report since 2020. Since the beginning of 2020 when the plague rolled in. On time, it's just like it says. It said the plague would come in right after 1619 and 2019 imprisonment, and then right after that God would start his judgment and be a plague that would kill the firstborn, right, and pass over you. It came around time in 2020. See? And they tell you, they try to hide it. But the World Health Organization published a few weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago, that it wasn't affecting Black Africa, it wasn't affecting Haiti, it wasn't affecting the place where Black folks mostly live at. But it was, but they were lying to you, telling you it was taking you down, man. You was dropping like flies. That was a lie. See? Because it's springtime. See, us, we're flowering. See? But the winter stuff, they're dying. See? The sun comes up, the sun invigorates you, but it melts the ice. See, the sun invigorates you, but it melts the ice. You understand, brothers and sisters? They're through. And they're trying to take you with them. And Farrakhan, he's one of them. He follows the devil. That makes him a devil. He's a black-faced devil, makes him a demon. They're trying to take you with them. It's springtime. It's springtime. See? We have those 4 seasons every 24, 25,000 years. Those 4 seasons. That's why they had 6,000 years rule. They only had a season. It tells you only had a season in the angel. They only had a season of rule. 1 season, 6,000 years. Now it's over. Now it's springtime. See, and we see a remnant of them left. All we see is mountains of ice that we know in a few more days we won't see them anymore because they cannot withstand the heat of the sun. But that heat of the sun is what invigorates us and makes us strong and makes us grow, bringing new life. That's just a simple way of trying to put it to you, brothers and sisters. So you're going to be stuck in the remnant of the winter when the winter's over, trying to defend the winter, trying to protect the ice, trying to maintain the ice. Listen to these Silas and these crackpots talking about Whitney Elijah and all this kind of stuff. Listen to them. They're liars. They was Elijah, they'd be on this message. See, they're looking out for themselves. They're 10%ers, like the lesson tells you. They take advantage of 85%. They're looking for glory, for their personal glory, for themselves. They don't care about you. They want you to, they figure, hey, you're going to take care of them, you're going to be a big shot. Listen to them if you want to, brothers and sisters. Right? You already got the door is open. Springtime. See? And we the spring people. See? Spring breaks out. You start breaking out, then it expands. So that's the angel is the spring. Is the beginning of the spring. It's the rising of the sun. See? You want to be a part of that? Or you want to hang out with the winter and freeze your ass off in the winter, the last remnants of the winter. We're moving forward in time. So you want to stay back in time with the winter? Stay back there. We're moving forward in time, moving into the spring, into the summer. And we can't use information from this summer. Oh, I got this book, man, tell me everything about the winter. We can't use that information. It's springtime. If you got a book that tells you how to get along with this in the winter, how to survive the winter, how the hell is that going to help you in the spring? Oh, man, I got Message of the Black Man. I got the Quran. Winter books. They're not going to help you in the spring. The angel helps you in the spring. The angel is a spring book. Those are winter books. So listen to those folks if you want to. Then you're left behind in the winter. And you go down with the ice, with the snowman, the icicles. That's up to you, brothers and sisters. We make it clear to you. Anybody can understand that analogy. See, you didn't even realize we have 4 seasons as the Earth spins on its axis to complete an actual turn, right? It takes 25 years. But I forget what they call. I forget what his name. The devil has some other name for it, right? See. And that's 4 seasons, 6,000 years of period. So they had 1 season of rule. That was the winter, the worst winter we ever had since the beginning of creation. The worst winter. So we had to make a personification that was a winter. That's the worst. That's the worst of us. Because the devils, remember, they came out of us. That's the worst of us. They came out of us. They're the worst of us. They didn't come out of themselves. They came out of us. They're the worst of us. The worst. Another way you can say they're the worst of our people. Because they still people. They came out of us. They're the worst. The worst. See? Make men shed blood. No conscience, anything. The worst. Because that was the worst winter. They personification of it. And now We're going into spring, rejuvenation, and we're going to get rid of those because they're just winter people. They cannot survive in the spring. See, they're the personification of the snow, the hail. See, but we're in a new life. See, it's the spring breeze, right? The sunshine, rainbows. See, we're a new life. That's why a new nation be born that will last forever. We'll never produce people, extension of ourselves again like that again. They're gone. They're devils. So we can't say they're in some separate creation. No, they came out of us. They're the worst of us. But they were spring people. And they handled it. They handled it during the spring. Yeah, I mean, they did. It was bad water, but they're better than no water. They handled it during the spring. They handled it during the winter. They're winter people. They handled it during the winter. So we give them that, but we know winter time is over. And so they cannot withstand the spring. That's it. None of them will survive into the spring. Right there, a few more days, because like I said, they're melting. And maybe a week or to the spring or whatever, or a few days to the spring, right? But pretty soon they'll be all gone. But all we see is a remnant that has no power. We see ice and snow and stuff that's still a remnant of the winter, but has no power anymore. Because it was power because it was in the season of the winter. So they have no power anymore. So what you see, America, all you see is ice. When you see America, what you see is a mountain of ice, right? That's a remnant for the winter. That the sun is melting. Suleiman, that he represents the sun, he's melting. See, he's burning it up. He's causing it to melt. And pretty soon you won't see it anymore. But see, I don't want none of you to mess around and slip and fall and be crushed by the ice, right? Or be frozen by it, or fall into a lake, icy lake, and drown. Because you had no business messing with them. Listen to Farrakhan and them. They're gone. They look formidable, right? Because they was winter people, right? Yeah, I'm sure some of you have seen that before. When you see big mountains of ice and springtime coming, you got all this big mountain of ice from the winter. See, icy lakes and stuff from the winter. But you see, in a few more days, you see it's gone. It's just gone. Because now it's melting. It looks formidable. Man, look all the ice out there. In a couple of days, it's just like it was never there before ever. It's just gone, melted, just gone. Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. I'm trying to keep this simple. Try to get you to understand. You don't need to go down with the ice people. You don't need to go down with the winter. And that's what demons, because they love the winter. They're part of the ice people. They look like us. See? But they're the winter. They're the personification of winter. They just got black skin. And they try to slip off into the spring, but the sun's going to burn them up. They might try to slip into the spring, but it can't work because they're ice. They're ice. And that's they reveal. The spring reveals that they're really ice because they start melting. They have no power either. They start melting. Otherwise, they're not, see? So they weren't trying, I'm going to slip into the spring. See? But the sun exposes them too and melts them too because they're really ice. They just got, right? Black face. But they're really ice. It's like, say you take a chunk of ice and you take and you make it look like a flower. Make it look like a flower. See? It might look like a flower, but when the sun hits it, it's going to melt. And that's what it says. Suleiman represents the sun. He's melting all the ice. See, and he's bringing in new life. He's doing two things at one time. He's bringing in new life. That's the new nation, right? That's coming, is going to give birth. And he's also melting all the snow and ice. Getting rid of the demons and the devils. That's his job to do. That's why they call him the sun. And the angel represented as the sun. See? Because the sun does both. It brings new life and it melts all the ice. So I try to put it another way. So, everybody thinks differently, see them in different perspective. I think that's simple, very clear perspective, clear analogy of what's going on, brothers and sisters. See, they're winter people. They're the personification of winter. They're our people. I mean, they came out of us. We can't deny that. They beasts. They the worst of us. The absolute worst of us. But they thrive through the winter. See? They ruled during the winter. And the winter ice rules. And nobody could touch them. Nobody could do anything to them. Because they was empowered by the winter. But when spring comes, power's over. And all you see is the remnants. And that's what you see in America. You see the remnants. All European countries, you see the remnants. There's mountains of ice, right? That's going to be melted. They're melting now. In a few more days, they won't be around at all. See? And then the glorious spring, right, will be abundant everywhere. And since the universe contracts, it just gets better and better. We still go through a spring, but we never have a winter like that. We have winters, but have never winter like this again, ever. See? Hope you understand, brothers and sisters. I think I'm going to leave it there. So to our audio brothers and sisters, see, I'm going to close out. Okay, Black Alert, the Black Alert section of the fire zone, out. Okay, brothers and sisters, for you audio, for you video brothers and sisters, hope you understand. Try to make it clear as possible. I says if we get clear, closer and closer to the end, I make it clearer and clearer. But we're there, brothers and sisters. Like I said, no one knows that day and hour but Master Muhammad himself, right? So he knows the exact time. But based on my calculations, right? Again, just based on my calculations, my understanding, right? We're here. We won't. We're here. 2022. We're here, brothers and sisters. This is the end. And this is their end, our beginning. Springtime is here. And by the end of the year, I think they'll be all melted. Assalamu alaikum.